Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to start editing using CapCut. Having said that, let's get started. Okay, if you're using CapCut for the first time, on that project it will be 0. You won't have all of this. I have this because I've been using it. So now to start editing video, you just click on create project, tap on it. Okay, now we've created a project. Okay, now let's see how to import files into CapCut. There are a few ways to do that. First way to do that is by clicking here on this import, click on the import button. Select the files like so, click on open. So to move the files to timeline, you just hold and drag. Since they are both selected, they will move to timeline. Or you can move them individually by just clicking on this plus button like so. So I will undo that. Z. So that was first way to import. Another way to import, let me delete all of these. So another way to import files, which is the most common method I use to import files into CapCut, I just go copy the files I want to import and drag and drop. Just drag to CapCut, drop on the timeline. So by doing so, the files will be imported directly. Okay, before we start editing the videos, if you click over here, we have shortcuts. You can find a list of all shortcuts you can use in CapCut. And this is very important, so take note. Just close, cancel. Okay, now let's go through some options. If I select one of these major files here or one of these clips, if you can see, I have all these options. So the most common ones I use are this delete. You can click on delete to delete. So undo, Control Z. So next we have this one here, delete right, which is what, if you see the keyboard shortcut is what, W. If you hover over, you see the keyboard shortcut. So to do that, I will move it somewhere here. If I click on it, see, it's been deleted right. Let me undo. Or I can just press my keyboard shortcut, move my key and press W. You see, the same thing. Control Z. So I have this one here, delete left, which is Q. So if I can either you click here or just press Q on my keyboard like so. You see, it's been deleted right. I undo. So next we have this other option, which is what reset. We have Control Shift Z to reset, Control Shift Z on your keyboard. See, to undo, Control Z. If I click on it, it does the same thing. So go to this one here, which is what, undo. You can use the keyboard shortcut, which is what, Control Z. So now if I press Control Z, you see I've undone that. The next, if we move here, we have this option. By default, this is selected. If you see the mouse pointer, this is how it looks. So if I click here and I select this split, you see, then it changes to something like a blade. And if you check here, the keyboard shortcut is B. So if I want to change back to the first selection, which is select, I just use a keyboard shortcut. If I press A on my keyboard, it changes. If I press B on my keyboard, you see, it changes to that. Go back to A on my keyboard. So next thing here, we have these options here. So if I click on this mute track, you see, the audio has been muted. So the video will be playing but without an audio. So if I go back and unmute, you see. So then the next option here is hide track. If I click on it, you see, you get even this. So tap on it again, you see, it's now visible. Okay, let's check these other options here. To zoom in, you just press here, this button here. And if you check here, the keyboard shortcut is what? Control plus. So if I press Control plus on my keyboard, I can zoom in like so. If we go here, the other option is zoom out. And the keyboard shortcut is Control minus. You can press so to zoom out or Control minus like so on your keyboard. Next, we have the other one, zoom to fit. If I click on that, that's the zoom to fit. So next, we have this option here. Basically, I'm focusing more on the options or the features I use frequently when editing using CapCut. So we have this one. So if I try moving this clip here, you see it goes back. So to make sure you can move it freely, you just unactivate this. You just click on it to turn it off. So this time around, if I move like that, you see it stays If I put it here, it goes. If I move it, it stays. So if I once I click on it, activate it, pop, the clip goes back. So that's the function of that. So if we go here to the other option, this one here, if I click here, you see full screen and a keyboard shortcut, you can click here to go out of that to full screen, or just press escape on your keyboard to go out of full screen. Then here we have ratio. So there's the original. If you want to change to a different ratio, you can just select from here. For example, this one, select this, which is for short. You see, you change to that. Go back here. Excuse me. Go back here. Check the original back. And also next, this other option, if you want to zoom, you just click here. See, with size, basically this, you do so like so. So yeah. And the next option, this one, if you want to play the video, you just click here. Tap on these boxes and click on next. Now click on install. If you press, it stops. So the keyboard shortcut for that is the space bar. If you press the space bar, see the video is playing. Now you need to restart your computer. To stop, you just press space bar again. You stop playing. Okay, next let's go back to timeline. If you see, if I focus my mouse here, I can hold and drag this to a particular area. If let's say I want to cut, I'll zoom it again. Let me zoom some more. Now, if let's say I want to cut, I'll just hold here, focus my mouse on it. You see, it changes. I can move up and down like so. If I move to the right position where I want to cut, I just press B on my keyboard, then I just click. You see, the clip has been splitted here. Control Z, zoom out. Okay, now I have these two clips, one over the other. If let's say I want to split them at a particular position, I'll just press B on my keyboard to change to this. Then next, press Shift. Shift, as you can see, once you press Shift, you see, you can get this straight line. You move to the particular area where you want to split, and you just click. Make sure you're holding the Shift key. Do not release the Shift key. If I click here, both clips will be split at the same position. If I click, change, you will see it's been splitted, and this one too, same position. Okay, if I select a clip here, we now have all these types of options up here. Well, first is video, and video has all these features, and audio, all these features, speed, all these features, animation, have all of these animations. Then we'll go to adjust, have all of these. But the most common ones I use are video, audio, speed. So under video, we have all these options: basic, remove BG, max, retouch, and all of them come with their own features. So under audio, we can increase the volume. For example, you just say 6. The volume has been added. You can fade in, fade out. You can check this, normalize loudness, go down, reduce noise. I for one, I use this reduce noise frequently. You can check that. We have vocal isolation. Take note, if you choose this, it's a pro feature. When exporting, if you're not using the pro version, there'll be a problem. You have to come back and uncheck. So take note. We go to speed. If you want to speed up, for example, I want to speed up this, just click, select this, and say 4, enter. You see, the clip has been reduced. So yeah, go back there, speed 0, just give 1, no more that. So you can change duration, other stuff. Okay, so if we move here, we have import, the first option, which is selected by default. We click on stock materials, you can get all of this. Take note that most of them are pro, and you must have the pro account. So next we go to audio. Here you can download and use these audios. But take note that you might be subjected to copyright if you're using it on YouTube. So next is text. You can click here if you want to add a text. You just click here. The text has been added. You can edit the text here. Select and just say text. These have more features. Here you can reduce the size. Let me say this. See the text. You can reduce the size here. The size I normally use is 5. So scroll down and change the color. I have a lot of other features. So the other one I use is background. See, background is black. You can change it to whatever color you want. If we check now, you see it has a black background. So I have the other options: AI generated effects, text template, and the rest. So if we move to stickers, we have all the stickers you can use. You go to effects. We have all these effects. We go to transition. We have all these transitions you can use. So go to filters. You can use all these filters here. Next, we go to adjustments. So you can apply a custom adjustment by just clicking like so. Let me show you how to blur. You can use that a lot sometimes. Now, if let's say, for example, I want to blur this section of a video, the first clip, the entire first clip, I'll just copy the clip, Control C to copy, or you can just right click and take what copy like so. Excuse me, move it to the end. I'll paste. After doing so, you paste it over the same clip you want to blur. You go to next, you go to what? Effects. Under effects, you can search. I'll just search blur. Okay, so this blur, if you've not downloaded it before, if you appear like so, you have to click on download. But in my own case, I've downloaded it already because I've once used it. I've been using it, excuse me. You just drag and drop over the clip over the one here. So if you check here, this has been blurred. So you go out of it. So once you go out of a clip, you see it no longer shows. Once you hover over it, you want it back, you just right click and take edit effect. It comes. So you can move this to cover the area you want to blur, like just like so. If I move it here, see, if I move it here out of here, it's no longer blurred. But if I drag here, it's now blurred. So next, the blur has not fully taken effect. You select this, you go back to the clip, select the clip, you go to max. So here you can select the max you want. By default is none. So if you want it mirror, horizontal, circle, whatever, rectangle, for example, let's say one rectangle. Once you select that rectangle, make sure you move this clip over the clip. Once you move over the clip, you see you have this. So this basically, you can use this to blur the specific areas you want. If not, if you don't do that, it will blur the entire clip, the entire video will be blurred. So if you want just a particular area, let me see, yeah, we move this somewhere. You can adjust it by moving this up and down, moving like so. You just cover the area you want to blur. So once you're done doing so, you're good to go. You can even rotate whatever, it depends on you. But once you apply that, just that area of the video will be blurred. Once you play the, because you need to buy a license. So if you're doing so, you see, just that area will be blurred, not the entire video. So once you're done editing your video, the next step is to export. So you go up here, you have this export button. You click on it. So you have name. You have to name your video. I'll just say test tutorial. Once you're done naming that, this is the location where the video will be exported to. You click this here. You see, you can select a different location. I'll just close that, go with the default, scroll down and then click on export. So basically, this brings us to the end of this video. If you found it useful, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in my next video. Thank you.